Almost 2 years straight now, crazy how fast time flies. Also hello everyone.
Hello, everyone! Oh my goodness, we've got so much to cover already. Ouija, thank you so much for the 11-month sub. Olive, thank you so much for the 7-month sub. Atare, thank you for the gift sub to Adam. Adam, enjoy your emotes for the month. And Ouija fan, thank you so much for the gift sub. Who was it to? Lily Pseudonym. Thank you all so much. Oh my goodness, you're all overwhelming me. Hello, everyone. How have we been this weekend? What have we been up to? Have we had a good time? Olive has not been, considering that they were juicing a leak. Okay.
20-month Roonies for your 2000th birthday. Happy B-Day to my favorite stream of all time, even though it was last week. Also, if we're doing a hype train, can someone finally give Zephybert a sub? Broken heart emoji. Broken heart emoji.
Broken heart emoji. Cody, thank you so much for the 20-month resub. It was, in fact, my birthday last week. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I had a good day. I got a lot of Pokemon cards. It was a good time. Well, actually, I got a lot of Pokemon cards on the Friday, but, you know, close enough. Hopes. Congratulations on getting a job. Oh my goodness. May I ask what the job is? If you want to be private about it, that's okay. But please, like, if you want to spill the details, feel free to spill those deets. Thank you, Olive, for the birthday wishes. I've been focusing on recuperating from long shift. I've also been playing a new Steam game called Free Ride. Decently fun. I can't say I've heard of it. What's Free Ride about? How have you been? What does it do? What kind of game is it? Is it a card? Is it a card game? Is it a card game? Do I know you too well, Atare? Is it in fact a card game? But yeah, I hope everyone's times have been good. I had a really good weekend. On Saturday we had I had to go vote, so I went to my old school to vote in the big election. Ouija fan, thank you so much for the gift sub to the Zephyrberry bot. Finally, the Zephyrberry bot can use the emotes in the sub-raid command. Thank you so much. Hello, Swole Tadpole. It is time for Dad Joke of the Day. Did you know... Oh, hey, Moth, you accidentally posted a link. Did you know your pupils are the last part to stop working when you die? They dilate. That's a good one. That is, in fact, a good one. Thank you. Yes, return whenever you wish with more jokes. Thank you so much, Tadpole. Atare says excellent. Listen, the pun master approves. If the pun master approves, then you know you've done well with your pun of the day. Atare must approve all puns that come through the channel. I have decreed it now. It is a third-person 3D personality test. I'm wishlisting this right the fuck now. Excuse me? What do you mean, personality test game? This is so up my alley. This is so up my alley. I love personality tests so much. Like, personality tests are good as long as you don't take them seriously and, like, you don't base your whole identity off of them. I hope there's no game needing to be updated today. There isn't. Hallelujah. Okay, let me look up Free Ride. I need to see what... Oh, I already... It's already on my wish list. It's already there. I must have known about it in, like... when it was in, like, early access or before it was done. But that's fun. Oh, thank you everyone so much for the level... Was it a 2? The level 2 hype train. You probably saw it on TikTok like I did. I probably did, in fact, see it on TikTok. What was my emote? I also got spill the tea. I got the tea spilling. I like that emote. That's a good one. But yes, thank you so much for all of the hype train and everything. Oh my goodness. That was amazing. I appreciate it a lot. But yeah, I hope everyone's weekends have been well. Everyone in Australia, well, every adult in Australia had to vote in the federal election, which was monumental. Definitely good. But some of the best results you could ever see, but there were a couple, you know, sad moments. Like Dutton lost his seat. Not only Dutton lost his seat, and therefore his job. So that in itself was incredible, but then the Greens have lost a couple of seats, which is unfortunate. But I've never seen a win this incredible in several my entire life. I was going to say several years, but really it's my entire life. Apparently there hasn't been like a majority this large since like the 80s. So truly incredible election results. And then on Sunday, I went to the aquarium with a friend because they have an Animal Crossing event going on, and I love the aquarium, and I also love Animal Crossing, so I decided to go. And that was really good. Moth has been playing Fortnite Star Wars Edition and only just saw the Gone Live ping. Well, don't you worry. I mean, I haven't been live for long. 13 minutes. We haven't even gotten into the squares today yet. I've had a good weekend, worked overtime on Friday to get some extra money because why not? Hell yeah. Yesterday, I got Tetris DS and almost instantly beat the previous owner's high score. I saw that in the Discord. Congratulations. And today, I spent most of the day reading through some of the Sonic comics I got last week. That sounds like a pretty damn good day. It's a pretty damn good day. It was a Labour landslide. It was indeed. I will make one thing clear to the non-Australians. The Liberals are the right-wing party, are the main right-wing party in Australia. I know that in most other parts of the world, they're the left-wing, they're the main left-wing party, or like liberals are known as left-wing people. It's the other way around. Might be getting a hyperfixation on Star Wars again. Oh, that's so fair. That's so fair. Because, like, there's a bunch of Star Wars stuff happening now. We've got, because Rise of the Sith? Return of the Sith? I don't know what Star Wars movies are called. I'm sorry, chat. It's, like, back in theaters, too. Beating our little sister? Are we talking about a certain whip-wielding woman with a wild attitude? Fuck yeah, we are. Hells yeah, we are. And she's not a whip-wielding little sister yet. She's like, what, 14 in this? 16? So she's got a riding crop, but she can still do some serious damage with that. Happy birthday, Atare's dad. We're going out for dinner. Where are you going? What's the dinner gonna be? Revenge of the Sith. That's my bad. Liberals of Australia are just cringe on TikTok. I think most right-wing politicians are cringe as hell on TikTok. Like, I feel like the Greens and Labour on TikTok are cringe, but they're cringe on purpose. They lean into the cringe of it. While, like, it's ironic versus unironic, you know? Satire versus taking it seriously. Those in chat who aren't currently in May 5th, May the 4th be with you. Very true. Speaking of Star Wars, May the 4th be with you. I hope you have a good Star Wars day. And Andor Season 2 is coming. I kind of want to get more into Star Wars, but at the same time, I'm like, wasn't there this Muslim lady who delivered a whole brain rot speech in Parliament? Yes. Yes, to the Sigmas of Australia, I think is how she started it. Fatima Payman. I don't think I listened. I don't think I actually watched the whole thing, but I do know that she did a brain rot speech, and that was definitely, interesting. Be prepared for it is now Revenge of the 5th. Wait, that's even better. That's better than May the 4th. You're kidding? Oh, do I have to bring this up? Do I have to bring up the Fatima Payman speech? Do we have to do a react to the Fatima Payman speech, chat? Is that what we're doing today? Cody says yes, Atare says no. Maybe not all of it, but I'll do some of it. Fatima Payman's skibbity speech. Where's 6 News? I want to watch 6 News's video of it. because that was the one that went viral. And also 6 News is really cool because 6 News in Australia is it's run by teenagers. I wasn't paying attention what's going on. We're going to watch the Fatima Payman speech that happened 7 months ago in this is legit. It happened in Australian Parliament. Perfect time to go see what food I can make. Fair enough. All right, let's watch this chat. Let me show you.
Today I rise to address an oft-forgotten segment of our society. I speak of Generation Z, who will be playing a substantial role in the next election, and Generation Alpha, who will start to come of age the election after. It is for this reason that I shall now render the remainder of my statement using language they're familiar with. To the Sigmas of Australia, I say that this goofy-air government have been capping, not just now, but for a long time.
Oh my God.
A few of you may remember when they said there'll be no phantom tax under the government I lead. They're capaholics. They're also yapaholics. They yap non-stop about how their cost of living measures are changing lives for all Australians. Just put the fries in the bag, lil bro. They tell us that they're locked in on improving the housing situation in this country. They must have brain rot from watching too much Kai Cenat and forgot about their plans to ban social media for kids under 14. If that becomes law, you can forgo skull emoji all about watching Duke Dennis or catching a dub with the bros on Fort. Chat, is this Prime Minister serious? Even though he's the Prime Minister of Australia, sometimes it feels like he's the CEO of Ohio. I would be taking an L if I did not mention the Ops, who want to cut WA's Gats and Services tax.
Gats!
The decision voters will be making in a few months' time will be between a mid-government, a dog-water opposition, or a crossbench that will mog both of them. Though some of you cannot yet vote, I hope when you do, it will be in a more goated Australia for a government with more aura. Skibbity.
Skibbity. I love the finger guns. Luna Moth, you just missed the funniest thing ever. Welcome in, Luna Moth. Thank you so much for the raid. Skibbity, exactly. Bad time for a raid? No, I think it's actually an amazing time for a raid. Hello, Moldy Guts. Hello, Brighter Apocalypse. Hello, Luna Moth. How was Voices of the Void? I need to look this up because that sounds like an incredible game. That sounds like an incredible name of a game. But yeah, Fatima Payman, kind of an icon. Like, definitely, listen, it was definitely cringe, but the thing is, it did turn heads. It's the most, you know, eye and ear catching thing that an Australian politician has done in a long time. It almost has as many, I just looked it up, it almost has as many views as the Julia Gillard speech. The iconic Julia Gillard speech where she says she will not be spoken to about sexism and misogyny by the opposition leader at the time, who was Tony Abbott, who's like the most sexist man alive. It's a game where we take signals from space and send them off to be analyzed. That sounds fascinating. Wait, that sounds so cool. I'll have to look into this game. I couldn't find it on Steam. Where do you find it? Is it a Switch game, or is it like itch.io or something? Is it on its own little thing? It is on itch.io? I will check. I will check then. I don't look at itch.io often. I should. I downloaded so many charity bundles from itch.io. I can send you a link? Sure. I can look it up though. Voices of the Void. Oh, it's, damn, pre-alpha? This game's got a long way to go. All right. I'm gonna follow the dev. Mr. Doctor Knows. What a good name. But that's so cool. But yeah, Fatima Payman, listen, it was definitely, you know, cringe, but she made a lot of headlines last year because she ended up leaving the Labour Party and becoming an independent because the Labour Party was like being extremely neutral in the Israel-Palestine situation. So, and she ended up making her own party and stuff like that. I need to see if they got any seats. That'll be interesting. Sorry to be political chat, but listen, we just went through an election and I think it's something that's in the forefront of most Australians' minds right now. I did find that one Wild West mystery game I was talking about last time. Did you play it? Was it fun? I return having decided to make some pasta. I also seemingly managed to dodge the Fatima thing almost completely. Good for you. Listen, it was more funny to me than it was like cringe. Like a part of me was just like, I can't believe she knows. Like, did she research all of this herself, or did she get like a ghostwriter? Like, I think someone in chat said, does she even know what she's saying? I don't know. I think partially she might, just because of the certain contexts that she used some of the words in. They would, fairly in context, like they worked in the speech. But as I said, I don't really know if it was something that she researched and wrote herself or if someone else did it. Forgot to mention earlier, but I've gotten back into playing Air the Somnium Files. Hell yeah. I got the OTA ending and unlocked a bit more of the locked story route, which I'm kind of thinking might be the true ending. I don't know how many endings I have left, but I feel like I'm close to the end now. The OTA ending is like the only point in time where I've kind of liked Ota as a character. I'm glad that one really cool thing about AI the Somnium Files is the fact that you do get to explore so many characters. You get to explore so many things, like their motivations, what they want, their pasts, who they are as people, and it really gives them the ability to be incredibly three-dimensional characters. It gives them the opportunity to be incredibly in-depth. And I feel that most of the characters in I think one of the really good things about both of the AI the Somnium Files games is how in-depth you feel the characters are. They feel really well-rounded. There are not many characters that feel particularly one-note, except maybe the Kumakura guy. Like the guy that has a really weird thing for Iris and is like a middle-aged man. But everyone else kind of gets really good story. I feel like I was gonna say something, but I don't want to spoil Ouija fan. I feel like there's also one guy that doesn't get rounded out that, but I'm stopping this sentence before I reveal too much. Hey, Cass, how are you doing? Welcome in. Also, Lunamoth and Raiders, if you need to raid and run, feel free to do so. I hope you did have a really good stream. Is it like a game? Is it like story based as a game, Voices of the Void, or is it like kind of like, I don't know, like Minecraft or Stardew or whatever, where you kind of just can do whatever you want and there's no true ending, quote unquote. I'm probably going to play more of the game after stream. I've gotten hooked on it again. It's really easy to get hooked onto as a game. Thank you for not spoiling me. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's no worries. I'm trying my best. Like, even though I've been through both of the games at this point, super excited for the third one. Though technically, from what I've heard, the new game that's coming out isn't the third game in the series. It's kind of a 2.5. It's like AI the Somnium Files 2.5 from what I've heard. It's not its own full installment in the series. Even if I'm kind of spoiled from the streams of the second game, I appreciate not getting spoiled any further than that. Yeah, no worries. I don't want to be... I don't want to make... I don't care about spoilers as much, but I know that there are a lot of people who do, so... I am okay. I'm freezing, though. Oh, it's been so cold. It's gonna warm up this week, I think, where I live, but it's been extremely cold lately. It's a spin-off. It's not by Uchikoshi, but he said he was shocked how similar it was to his own writing. Ah. It's a spin-off sort of thing. Okay. So yeah, it is kind of a 2.5. It's not a linear install. I wonder when it's like based in the timeline. I'm unsure. I'm not ready for winter. Winter sucks so bad. I'm so with you on that, Cass. Winter is just not for me. Not my cup of tea. Guess we'll have to wait and find out. True. The thing is, I haven't even watched the trailer for the new game. All I know is that there's a new game coming out. But I don't know much more than that. And also I think Iris gets a bunny costume at some point in the new game. It means I can actually wear all of my wardrobe. That is true. In winter, you do often get the opportunity to have, you know, strut your style off a little more because you get to, you know, have more layering and stuff like that. Like yesterday, I got to wear like my really cool green jeans that have flowers all over them. And like I wore a white long sleeve shirt, but then I had like a brown vest on top, which I like buttoned only at the top button. So it kind of looked a bit capey at the bottom. And I was very happy with that. The cold means you have more opportunities for like styling. That sounds sick. Thank you. I feel I've been trying really hard these past few years to kind of try and develop my style a lot more. And I think I think developing your style can also be incredibly hard when your gender is a mess. It's rough because like I do often wear like women's clothes. My wardrobe is primarily women's clothes, but like I don't particularly like dressing feminine. Like I have one dress and it's like pinafore, and I have 0 skirts because of just I don't want to be particularly perceived as feminine, which is another reason why I need a haircut. Because the longer my hair gets, the less androgynous or masculine I feel. I'm overall really excited for the new game, but I'm worried about that character. There's a character with 3 eyes? Okay, damn. Because she has literal handlebars coming out of her hair, and I know there's going to be a joke there that's going to make me mad. Oh, no. Yeah, being able to grab onto them and... Yep. I can see exactly where that humor is going, Olive. I'm on your side there. I like being feminine in a boy way. Exactly. I like being a masculine girl, and I like being like a feminine guy. I like presenting non-conforming to however I feel. It's just, it's my weird little thing. I just patted Jack and fur literally webbed between my fingers. Oh no, Jack! Oh, Jack. Pepsi wanted to sit on me so bad today. I was having breakfast, and I sit in the backyard when I have breakfast so I can get some sun in because my doctor basically told me I need more vitamin D. So I try to sit outside during my morning routine, and Pepsi was in the backyard and she was just meowing at me. Just like, it was barely meowing, it was whining at me to let her get on me, and I was like, no, I have things to do. The new Doom game releases in a few, and I pre-ordered it off of Amazon today. Ooh, I have never played a Doom game in my life. I have so many strange gaps in my, like, pop culture knowledge. Like, and that also counts for, like, video games as well. Like, there are so many iconic TV shows I haven't seen. There are so many iconic movies I haven't seen. There are so many iconic books I haven't read. There are so many iconic video games that I haven't played. And I may not ever get around to them, but maybe I will. I mean, I'm playing Bioshock 2 this week. I'm starting that on stream. And it's been, you know, the Bioshock series is pretty iconic and quintessential when it comes to, you know, video game history. So I'm slowly getting through these things. Do we want to play Squares today, chat? I've had Squares open, but I haven't started playing yet. Oh, I like Flap. That's a good one. That's a good start. I meant to say weeks, not fuse. I thought so, but I didn't want to assume and then be wrong. Can I make a confession? What's the confession? Is the confession you haven't played today? Have you not played? Part? Oh, nice. Fart. Got. Dot. Lot. Bot. You cheated? You cheated on today's Squares? Damn. I haven't cheated in a while, but there have been several ones that I just haven't finished either. I got frustrated with it. Oof. We're doomed then, chat. We'd be doomed without merit Squares. Fart is a bonus word? That's so mean. I tried a couple of days ago, shot was one of the words, but it was a bonus word. And I was like, I'm both sad that it was a bonus and also impressed that they allowed it in the game at all. What is this W? Where is this W going to be? It has to go, like, here. Rap. Oh, rap. Does that blank out the W? That blanks out the W. Flab. Thank you. I'm surprised it was even a bonus word. Exactly. Like, a shot is... A shot does have a swear word in it. Like, it's shit and fart. So I'm surprised. Are there gonna be any double T's, I wonder? Because there's, like, no E. We can't make butter. Oh, we can make butt, though. That's fun. Butt's good. Tuba! Yeah! Funky instrument. A boot. A butt. I've never heard of that word in my life. Like para? Nice. Tubal. Okay. Whatever that means. Oh, there's the U. Like abutments? I don't know what an abutment is either, bestie. Rut is unfortunately not one, hopes. I'm gonna go do today's Sonic and Mario hurdles. Sounds good, Ouija fan. Have a good one. Drat. Drag. Glad. I don't know. Glab. Trying all of them. Gird. The thing that corpse husband has. Glade. Nice. Fade. Laid. Fader. Glader. No. Fader. AKA the best temper trap song. And then grade. And then trade. And then trader. There we go. We're getting there. I haven't heard that name in so long. What happened to that guy? He just kind of disappeared. Like, I think he's fine. He just didn't, like... I just think he got overwhelmed by the fame that he had amassed. Which, fair enough. Because, like... Because there's a strong difference between, like, slowly amassing a following and... Ooh, badge. That's not how that's spelled. That's how... Badger! You kitty! But yeah, I think I was... And when people being obsessive trying to find his identity. Yeah. People, it was just so much. I was kind of a part of his fandom for a while. Like, I did watch his videos and I did listen to his music and stuff like that. And it's just, but like, I will make sure you all know I wasn't obsessive. Like, he's just a guy. Aja also works. Good job, Hopes. So, yeah, I think... Like, me personally, I wouldn't have been able to take that. Like, as a content creator, I feel that if I did, you know, go viral or blow up in any way, popularity-wise... Something like that would be super overwhelming, I'm sure. So I can't imagine how he felt. Taja, we can try it. Unfortunately not. I was obsessive in a normal way, just consumed a lot of his content. Yeah, like, I wasn't even like, I was a big fan of him, but, like, I wasn't, like, in the fandom. When it comes to, like, YouTubers and content creators, I don't really consider myself, like, especially the big ones, I don't really consider myself to be, like, in the fandom. I often don't interact with a lot of, like, I'm a big fan of Markiplier, but, like, I don't really interact with other Markiplier fans. Like, I'm happy to enjoy him in my own way, in my own time. And I think having fandoms and stuff like that can cause, you know, sort of grouped up obsessions with people. Consuming content obsessively and not really engaging is also what I do. Yeah. Like, when it comes to stuff like... I like being a part of fandoms that, like I'm part of K-pop fandoms and stuff like that, and K-pop communities and video game communities, but I don't, like, I just like to find friends that may have similar interests to me, or I like to find other people online that have similar interests to me. I don't particularly want to interact with a fandom or community as a whole. No good fandoms, chat. There's no such thing as a good fandom. There are only no good fandoms, only good friends, is my favorite saying. Because there are toxic people in every fandom, and fandoms themselves can cause a lot of toxicity. But finding your people that you can get along with, you don't have to care about everyone else that is in that fandom. Like, you don't have to get into the discourse. You don't have to get into the fan wars. You can just vibe. And it's fun. It's fun. Urge and urge. Oh, spelled that wrong on accident. Oh, did that one already. There we go. Oh, there's the U. Fandoms can be buck wild. Oh, yeah. Listen, my entire teenage years were dedicated to Super Hulock. And not only were they dedicated to Super Hulock, they were dedicated specifically to the supernatural part of Super Hulock. And the supernatural part of Super Hulock was easily, just so easily, the most unhinged part of that fandom. Just because that show was so insane. It was so ridiculous. Like, the things they would lean into and stuff like that. Like, I feel like BBC Sherlock was tame because it, had, like, 12, 13, like a dozen episodes overall. And Doctor Who, I feel, I don't know. I don't think Doctor Who wasn't as crazy because Doctor Who didn't have, like, Doctor Who wasn't particularly gay in its ships, while Supernatural was an extremely long show, 15 seasons, about 20-something episodes a season, was American. I feel that brought in a bigger fandom because of just how, big America is. And also had so many ships within it, both good and bad. And I think that's why it became a sort of cesspit of fandom. Destiel 5 ever. See, listen, I was always a Sastiel person. I went against the grain. I thought, because Dean is just, he's so mean sometimes, where I feel Sam is a lot softer as a person, and I just personally like Sam better. And also, it's just, I don't know. I liked both Sam and Cass better than Dean, so I think that's why I liked them better together. But I understand why Destiel got as big as it did. Agar and Atta. Wait. Well, we can't do it. No! We were so close to making Atare. This is so sad. I didn't get either of them right. For Sonic, the song was a remix. Oh, jeez. And for Meyer, I got the game right, but not the song. Dang. That's close, though. Getting the game, but not the song. You were closing in on that. Todd? Nice. Oh, we're so close. We've got 12 left. Alga? Whatever the fuck that means. Is it like the singular of algae? Alda, I already did that one. That one is here. I remember that one because a content creator I like, that's her name. Um, mm, pa, 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 pod. Aw, bonus. Rude. Rude indeed. Something else I've been re-engaging with is Undertale Yellow, a fan game made about the human that fell before Frisk. I've heard about that one. I've never played it. In fact, I've never played a fan game of anything. I've never played a fan game of any kind. I've never even played, like, other than, like, Left 4 Dead or Gmod and stuff like that, I've never really played a modded game. Tartare? You're right! Oh, that was a good find, Hopes. I might play it, but I don't know. Well, the thing is I have to play Deltarune. I think I'll put Deltarune before anything else. You are good, Hopes. That was an amazing find. 61 out of 68. That's one of the words I cheated for. Oh my goodness. Hope's better? Hope's goated? Trad? Like trad wife? Oh, nope. No, Mare, don't leave. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Mare. You'll always be the queen of squares. Hopes can just be your, like... What are Hope's pronouns? Hopes, would you rather be a prince or a princess of squares? I don't know what you prefer. Prince, princess, knight. Would you like to be the knight of squares? He, him? Gotcha. Jester? You know what? You can absolutely be the jester of squares. Love that for you. I'll also put your pronouns by your name to make sure I know next time. Where's the edit? There we go. Hopes and dreams. He, him. There we go. Got it. We'll try and remember that. For whenever I need to remember that next. I don't really need to know the genders of my chatters. You are all just blobs, really, in my brain. You're just people. You're all just genderless beings, unless the way I see it when it comes to chatters, you're all just like, you don't have a gender unless you specify that you do. You are genderless unless you tell me that you're not. One thing I'll say about Yellow is the music is absolutely incredible. Well, that's good, considering some of the biggest things about Undertale was, you know, the music. It's good to know that, like, the music is still a good thing in the fan-made games as well. They know how to, like, pay respect. It's also really funny to listen to pieces of it and go, oh, hey, I know that instrument. That's a stock Logic Pro plugin. I'm exactly like that, Atare. When I watch, like, music videos or I watch, like, YouTube videos or something, and I'm like, I know what video effect they did there. They did this on After Effects. I know what that looks like. So I feel you. It's really funny when, like, you learn about something so much so that you can recognize parts of it when you're... It's like how it can both really help your understanding of a piece of media, but also, it can also hinder it, because it means you can't just enjoy it for its own existence anymore. You end up having to analyze it. Ooh, Regal is a good one. Regal is a good one. Oh, we got the L! Nice. I worked with that fuck-ass Logic Pro stock guitar so long. How it sounds when it's played is just ingrained in my brain. Oh no. That sounds a little hellish. That you're just like, ugh. I know this forever now, unfortunately. We're at 60... 62 out of 68. We're so close. It can sound good, it's just not ever good for what I wanted to use it in. That makes sense. Just some things don't work with the vibes. Attar? I think we did that. We did in fact do that. Mayor gave us Attar, I think. This is so... Maybe I start using hints? Like, we've got 6 words left. But, like, a lot of them aren't... Maybe it's re-something. Like, redag, redab, redat, redot, redara. No. Like, doing something again, repeating it. Re-something. I can give you hints if you want. Maybe. But, like, I can also just do this. Regatta. Hopes, you're incredible. That's a good one. We've got almost all the 7s and we got all the 8s. Okay, so that was a TA. Tata, obviously, the other one, without the E. Another word I cheated for. You two, like, complete each other in your squares knowledge. Like, what Mare knows, Hopes doesn't know. What Hopes knows, Mare doesn't know. You two perfectly balanced as all things should be, sort of thing. I did already do trader. We've got no letters, we've got no words starting with T left. Square mates. Hell yeah. All right, another one. Okay, it's an R-A. Okay, let me just make sure. I did rage. I did raged. Okay. R-A. Rat. Rot. Rah-rah. Raga. Oh. Raga. Ragat. Ragad. Ragab. Ragap. Just like the Force in Star Wars, you bring balance. Yeah. You two are like a dyad. Like Rey and Kylo Ren, except not romantic whatsoever. Oh, jeez. Listen. If there's one thing, Rat Trap? Wait. Yo. That's so good. Did I not do grad? Oh. It's a bonus word anyway. Oh, well. I'll never not be mad about that pairing. The thing with that pairing that I think gets to me the most is that I feel like the sequel trilogy would have had so much more cohesion if Rey and Kylo Ren were given more of a sibling relationship than a romantic relationship. 'Cause, like, he was, you know, the actual child, of Leia and Han Solo, and she kind of ended up being a sort of daughter figure to both Han Solo and Leia throughout the sequel trilogy. Even at the end of the third movie, when she says she's a Skywalker, like, I just feel like it would have been so much better if there was a more familial dynamic in their relationship than there was a romantic one. It wasn't romantic to me. It wasn't romantic. I didn't see the romance. Would have been good if they had an exact plan for the trilogy. That too. Would have been really good if they'd planned out the entire trilogy and didn't kind of go on the whim of, like, results or, like, reviews or what the studio wanted, their own whims and stuff like that. The sequels had so much potential to be a lot greater than they ended up being. Very true. I feel like as soon as they started to go in a direction that seemed interesting or new to the series, they just didn't allow it. They were just like, no, actually, I don't like this. And it's just such a weird choice. Like, do you want to try and make something unique and new, or do you just want to be nostalgia bait? So they would just flip between the two, and it just got weird. We were robbed of Finn Poe. Not only were we robbed of Finn Poe, we were also just robbed of Finn being a fully defined character. Like, I understand why John Boyega ended up so angry and disappointed in how he was treated and how his character was treated, because, like, it was bad. He was such a major character in the first movie, and then they were just like, oh, we'll put him in the background now. Like, that's not how that works. You gotta stay, like, you either commit to a decision or you don't. And they just ended up flip-flopping. And it was bad. Ugh. I know, there was a lot of promise. And even, like, the second movie, I enjoyed the second movie a fair amount. And I did enjoy all of them in general, but, like, in particular, I enjoyed all of them because I just enjoy movies, but there was so much more potential than what we were given. All right. I will say one thing, though. They were enjoyable movies, but they weren't Star Wars movies. That is a very good take, I think, Ouija fan. I think that's a very good take. I will say one thing, and here's my controversial opinion. I liked BB-8 more than R2-D2. I think BB-8 is better. Hey, Evil Dead, welcome in. I am, in fact, we have an ad starting in, like, a minute, so I am going to run an ad now as I change over to our main game. How does that sound? But hey, Evil Dead, I hope you're doing well today. Let me switch over to edgeworth. You know what? I'm never saying that again. That was the worst thing I could have come up with. Thank you, me. My brain is terrible. Don't call him that. Don't worry, I won't do it again. Don't worry, I'm learning. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. Let me tell you. Where's Ace Attorney Investigations? I nearly opened Apex Legends. That's not what I'm looking for. Do not turn off your PC. I will try. I sure hope I won't. But yes, last week on What did you miss with on Glee, chat? We have a locked room mystery, which is gonna be real fun. It's been a lot. Locked room mysteries are always really fun. It looks like they both killed each other. In the locked room mystery, it was 2 dead people, but we have since realized and come up with the theory that, no. No. I think a 3rd person killed them. And I have my theory as to who did it. I think it was Detective Bad, but my theories have not always been correct. I think my theories in Ace Attorney have ended up pretty 50-50 in the long run. So, but better than my AI the Somnium Files theories. My Somnium Files theories were like, I had maybe a 10% success rate on my AI the Somnium Files theories. So I am doing better in Ace Attorney, but I'm not quite as locked in as I think I could be. But yeah, also we're back in time. Well, this is actually Edgeworth's first ever case. And Franziska is also here, and they're all babies. Franziska's a teenager, and Edgeworth is like 20? Like 19? It's Bratworth. It's what the fandom likes to call Bratworth, and I think that's like my favorite thing it could possibly be called. Bratworth is such a fun name. But yes, we now continue, I guess, to try and find who the killer of these 2 people are, because we don't believe that they killed each other, which is interesting. When will the bot say the ad ends? There it is. Now we can play. Let's onward towards the truth. And that's what you missed on Glee? Exactly. Oh my goodness, she's so short. Oh yeah, and also Gumworth is being arrested for the murders. I forgot. Gumshoe is the one that's the suspect for the murders. An awful sentence just popped into my head, and I shall take it to my grave because it's unbelievably cursed. DM me. I need to know what it is. You don't have to say it in chat, but DM me and I'll look at it after stream. Sir, what is to become of the trial into the Cadopian Embassy staff member's murder? Yeah, this is also considered like a second part of an incident that already happened. It's a lot. Indeed, since both the suspect and the prosecutor are now dead, the case will be dismissed. In other words, the trial ends here prematurely. So Edgeworth doesn't even get to go to court. Poor guy. You said Gumworth when you first meant to say Gumshoe. Did I? Well. I guess you all know what's on my brain. I am a Naramitsu truther though. Gumworth fun, but Naramitsu is the one for me. It means you have your priorities straight. No, I think it actually means I have my priorities gay. Atare. I think it's the exact opposite. Huh. Looks like you'll have to wait just a bit longer for your big debut. I suppose it can't be helped. The evidence for this trial will be transferred to you in a little while. Sir, what do you think about the murder of the Cadopian Embassy staff member? And the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell? What an outrageous circus it has all become. That Faraday brought it all upon himself with his naivety. An outrageous circus? Right, sir. I grow weary of this topic. Bro, we just started. Edgeworth, I'll have you assigned to a different case. Papa, you'll come and watch my courtroom debut next, won't you? I'll consider it. Whoa! Dick? Sir, if I may, please allow me to continue with my investigation. Whatever for? I know that there is already a suspect in the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. However, there is not enough evidence to prove that he was the one who committed the crime. I'd like to continue investigating in order to find the perfect proof of his guilt. The perfect proof? Don't make me laugh. A worthless person like you has no right to claim such a thing. Whoa! Worthless? Jeez. This whole relationship that Von Karma, Franziska and Edgeworth have, it's so Zuko, Ozai, Azula. Like, it's the exact same energy. Thank you for the hydrate, D-Gauge. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Oh, can a mod allow the word motherfucker, please? Yes, I will allow the word motherfucker in my... in my chat. That is, in fact, an acceptable term. To me, at least. Especially about Von Karma. Papa. Who do you think is the real culprit behind these murders? Miles and I were competing to see who can find the real killer first. Plus, being able to investigate a real crime scene is a really rare opportunity. It would give us some real-life experience, wouldn't you agree? If you want to investigate this case that much, then do as you wish. Then, you're allowing us to continue? In court, your top priority is to win, and a solid investigation is one of the keys to winning. We have to make sure you become recognized as a first-rate prosecutor, don't we? It wouldn't be very interesting otherwise. Okay? Whatever that means. I'm sorry, this guy right behind Von Karma, he looks like he's about to throw it back. It looks like he's about to go real hard to some Megan Thee Stallion. I'm returning home now. Edgeworth, Franziska, see to it I'm not disturbed, save for the results of your competition. Yes, sir. Of course, Papa. Franziska, thank you. What are you thanking me for? Your logic earlier was built on that scruffy detective's lie. That means that the competition is still on. Yes, just as you wished. I couldn't let you get off so easily. Now then, let's see how well you fare on the investigation from here, Miles Edgeworth. I know I don't have enough information yet, so my first order of business will be to question anyone involved with this case. And question we will. This guy looks like he's in pain, though. I want to check him out. Nothing to report. Oh, he's sleeping. I did not see that as a sleeping person. I saw that as a person in pain. Oh? Aw. Then we got this guy here. Now this guy's in pain. Hello? These two need to swap, I think. Been standing here for forever and I really need to go to the bathroom. Oh, that would be pain. Or at least a whole lot of discomfort. Why don't you just make a quick trip? The nearest one isn't that far. It's a short way down the hall beyond these doors, but I don't want to be blamed for anything that might happen while I'm gone. True. Because, I mean, from what it sounds like, Gumshoe went somewhere for like 2 seconds, and now he's being accused of a double murder. So, this guy's logic is, in fact, sound. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe could be a positive influence on the force after all. That's so mean! Okay. Hey, twerking man. Why aren't you twerking? Oh, he just really likes... My inner modeling fanboy is impressed. Well, I'm not a fan of plastic models either, because they're plastic. kind of wasteful. And now Edgeworth has to hide himself. Ooh, he's not allowed to be productive. Unproductive. I'd say making models is a little productive. I'd consider it productive myself. Guilty? Hey, Broccoli, how you doing? Welcome in. This guy is now, battling with a bubbler. I can't stop the water. Seems the man who was here earlier broke it by drinking from it too much. Uh-oh. Too thirsty, and now it's overflowing. We got foolish break. Ooh, true. She's so arrogant. Oh my goodness. Oh, she was thirsty. Okay, let's talk to our laughy friend, I think. Oh, I forget what voice I gave her. Oh, I hope it's a good, I gotta figure this out. Ms. Yu. Oh, it's you, Edgeworth. And who are you? Wait, you were at the crime scene just now, weren't you? You should be disbarred for not knowing who I am. I am Franziska von Karma, and I'm about to become the successor to the family name. About to? I guess that means for now you're still just another kid. In which case, it's only natural that I didn't know who you are. Oh, she's angry. But why are you whipping me? Edgeworth is, being scapegoated. He's like a voodoo doll. Anyway, it looks like they're planning to hold the evidence a bit longer. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's waiting. I'm terribly sorry, but I have a few more questions to ask of you. Look at you, eyebrows scrunched with lines on your forehead. And that, to ask of you. What exactly is so funny? Sorry, I'm just bad at dealing with a super serious atmosphere. Apparently they failed to teach you proper behavior at a crime scene in law school. I feel much better now. So what is it you want to talk about? I'd like to inquire as to where you were at the time of the murder. Girl got torn apart? Yeah. Cece knows how to turn both of them to shreds, huh? That's pretty close to what you used before? Okay, good. I hoped so. We were in the defendant lobby number 1 the whole time, up until we heard the gunshot. And by we, I mean Mr. Bad. If you don't believe me, feel free to ask him yourself. You were with Detective Bad? Why? We had a little something to discuss, that's all. And what is that something? So, I take it that you are acquaintances with Detective Bad? Yeah, he was the detective in charge of the KG-8 incident. Detective Bad is also related to that incident? That's right, he was the one who was supposed to protect my sister, Cece. But you know how that turned out, don't you, Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth, I have no idea what you two are talking about. I've heard of the KG-8 incident from my papa, but how does that case relate to you, Miss Yu? The victim of that case, Cece Yu, was my little sister. You're making that super serious face again. I'm fine, really. I just make it a point to rub some more salt in his wounded pride every time I see him. The way she talks about doing that as she laughs away is kind of creepy. Yeah, she's kind of... Listen, I understand that people process their grief in different ways, but this is definitely a weird way to process grief. It's not fun. She's like Regina George. She is a bit of a mean girl, isn't she? But listen, Franziska's also kind of a mean... Well, not even kind of. Franziska is not kind of a mean girl. She whips people. She's absolutely a mean girl. Oh, speaking of Mr. Bad, he and Mr. Faraday. I'd say they met up just about every single time the Yatagarasu made a move. It was practically a given that the two would meet up at every one of the crime scenes. Wait. Let me look at this real quick. Could this guy be the Yatagarasu? He looks a little like Kay. Like, just a little bit. Oh, she's 13 here. Oh, damn, my bad. She's really young. Oh, I think I'm connecting some dots, chat. I'm making some connections, making some theories. I see. He did mention that he is in charge of the Yatagarasu investigation earlier. Maybe I should ask her what she knows about the Yatagarasu in more detail. Time of the murder. You claim that at the time of the murder, you were with Detective Bad. But don't you lawyers usually discuss the trial with your clients during a recess? We do, and that's what I was planning to do. But Mr. Faraday was being rather threatening, and he dragged Mr. Rell away. After that, Mr. Bad came into lobby number 1, so we just stayed there and talked. And what did you talk with Detective Bad about? Nothing interesting. I just insulted him some. Talked about how the trial was going, and then I insulted him some more. She's so rude! Bloody, when she's not laughing, her mouth seemingly spews nothing but insults. Anyway, Mr. Bad and I were in defendant lobby number 1 when the murders occurred, so I really can't tell you anything about the hallway or lobby number 2. I see. I still think Mr. Bad did it. I can't imagine him not being him. I'd like to ask you a few questions about your client, Mr. Macrell. Now, your client first claimed to be the Yatagarasu, is that correct? Yeah. Once I heard that it was the Yatagarasu that had made off with the evidence from KG8, I began to ask Mr. Rell all sorts of questions, but to no avail. Turns out, Mr. Rell was not the Yatagarasu. He had just made that up. He made it up? Mr. Rell's crime was caught on tape by the security cameras, but there is no footage of him sneaking into the Kodopian embassy itself. Hold on for just 1 second. Then, you mean to say that you knew that he was not the real Yatagarasu? And that he was just another cold-blooded killer? And you were ready to defend him? Yes, that's right. I see. So a defense lawyer is actually just someone whose job is to cover for criminals. Okay, rude, especially considering your father used to be a defense... Well, it's not that his father used to be one. He died one, so technically he never stopped being one. What he stopped being was alive. That's why defense lawyers are so detestable, but they are no match for us Von Karmas. I don't believe it, you're serious. Why don't you save that face for something really worth being serious about? And Edgeworth, do you remember what I said earlier? I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG8 incident, all right? And for that, you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer? Unsubscribed from life? That's a terrible way of putting it. I love that. Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rell was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him, ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. I'm sorry. Forgive my rashness. Damn! Edgeworth apologizing? Who is this guy? Someone has killed Edgeworth and replaced him with someone polite. Ms. Yu, I was wondering if you could tell me about the Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu, huh? I don't really know much about that character myself, but I do get a lot of consultation requests from companies to defend them. Requests from companies? The Adagarasu isn't some petty thief out for money, you know. Alright then, perhaps the Adagarasu is in the business of stealing people's lives? You're not very funny or witty, are you, little Miss Von Karma? Gah. Franziska, be careful about who you whip. Choose carefully, or we may be sued by... Be careful about who you whip. And Franziska's like, okay, I'll just whip you all the time instead. There, I chose carefully, just like you wanted. That just now was hilarious, little missy. Of course it was. What is wrong with these two women? Why does my pain give them delight? Oh, honey, those two women aren't the only ones. There is a whole audience of people that enjoy your pain. Don't you worry. And so in the end, what is the Adagarasu? I have to say I had never heard of this thief when I was in Germany. The Adagarasu deals in information, namely in digging out dirt about backroom dealings and the like of companies. The Adagarasu is a vigilante who steals such info and then makes it public for all to see. Vigilante or not, this person sounds like just another criminal to me. I suppose you could put it that way too. But either way, I get a lot more clients now, thanks to that thief. Sounds like Ms. Yu is profiting nicely. I suppose I've gotten all I can out of Ms. Yu. I should move on and speak with Detective Gumshoe now. Gumshoe time! Hello, King! Detective Gumshoe. Hey, it's you, pal, you're here. Oh, yeah! As am I. I don't think you needed to whip him to let him know that. No, she did. No, it's Franziska, of course she did. I didn't do it, pal. I swear on my honor as a detective, I really didn't. Your words are useless. I place my trust in only the evidence, detective. Once the investigation is fully over, and should we find out that you are the killer, there will be no mercy to be had for you. Have a heart, pal. But you're not worried, right? After all, you have nothing to worry about, if you really are innocent, that is. That's right. Hey, pal, go and do your perfect investigation and get the real killer for me, will you? I would have done so, even had you not requested me to, detective. Let's figure out the potential motive, or lack thereof. So you and Mr. Faraday had a small meeting last week, did you? Oh, the money cut, I remember now. And what exactly did you do to make him so angry? I just asked Detective Bad the same thing myself, pal. Turns out he was mad at me because on my very first day as a detective, I reported in my usual post instead of the Criminal Affairs Department. By the time I got down to Criminal Affairs, I was really, really late. Then that's when he gave me that huge speech. I remember doing the same exact thing in elementary school. On the first day of school every year, I'd always wind up going to my old classroom. Franziska admitting that she is not perfect and she has made mistakes? Mind-blowing. How pathetic for the detective to be comparable to a mere schoolchild. You claimed to be standing guard in front of the door to lobby number 2 during the recess. However, when did you receive the order to do so, and from whom? Glitch in the Matrix? Exactly, Hopes. Earlier at around 3:20, and from Detective Bad, pal. Today's trial took a real crazy turn, so I was told to make sure nothing happened to Mr. Faraday. And yet something did happen to him, correct? It looks like it was a total waste of a manpower to assign you to guard duty. Your words sting worse than your whip, pal. I'd hate when the text goes slow. Like, I'm sorry, I read faster than this. So it was Detective Bad who ordered him to stand guard, huh? Now then, Detective Gumshoe, is there anything else you'd like to tell me? Nope, not a thing, pal. In that case, allow us to take a look at what you are carrying on your personage. Ah! Wait, you can't do that! There's nothing of any particular value here. Well, my handcuffs and badge were confiscated by Detective Bad, so, you know. And what is that open envelope I see sticking out of your coat pocket? Ah! Hands off, pal! Just show it to us already. Yeah! Annual bonus check within. $5 total. Except there's no check inside. You've had your look now, give it back, pal! It's my first bonus as a brand new detective. A $5 bonus. Oh, brother. I just got it and cashed it today. I had literally no cash on me up until I did, you know? So that envelope is really special to me. Now give it back. You don't need rubbish like this. Don't worry, we'll throw it away for you later. How could you? We're keeping it as evidence first, though. Officer. I'm sorry, but I need to take him in for questioning now. I think I've asked him just about everything I needed to. No, wait. Since he became a suspect, there is one piece of evidence I should reconfirm. Officer, I ask that you wait a second. I still have one thing I'd like to reconfirm with Detective Gumshoe. Understood, but please make it brief, sir. A warrant doesn't exist here? I guess not. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. I must confirm whether or not his testimony about when the crime occurred is the truth. Present the testimony? Where is it? There it is. You told me earlier that you heard no sound, other than the gunshot and the... Oh my goodness, I'm stumbling over my words so much. Sorry, chat. You told me earlier that you heard no sound, other than the gunshot out in the hallway. Is that correct? No mistake about it, pal. Then you're also claiming that no one passed through the hallway either? Is that also correct? Yup. Not even a single ant passed through that hall while I was on duty. There's a line of ants in the hall anyway. Feel that that's very not true. You do realize that the lie you're telling is only making life more difficult for yourself. Huh? Oh. Hey, Wolf, welcome in. How you doing today? But it's true. I didn't see anyone go through the hallway, and I didn't hear anything else, pal. Posture check, thank you. I will straighten that back immediately. I'm alright, and how are you? I'm doing good. And a hydrate. Oh my goodness, Wolf is looking after me today. Thank you. I bet the killer found a way to kill the two guys that's beyond what I can even imagine. That'd be easy. I don't think this is a man that can imagine very far, unfortunately. So he intends to continue telling this ridiculous lie. But why would he do so, given the situation he's in? I believe a thorough investigation of the hallway in front of the defendant lobbies is in order. It's the baby again! You! She just kicked my ass! Literally! Gotta care for all the streamers I watch? That is so kind of you, Wolf. I appreciate you taking care of me, and everyone else you watch for that matter. What? Oh, she dropped something. How could you have not noticed that coming? Ugh. Wasn't that the child I changed money for earlier? It was indeed. Kids can sometimes be so cruel. Well, yeah, you are the older brother of Franziska von Karma. You know that kids can be cruel. This is a 13-year-old girl who whips you with a riding crop. It looks like she dropped something. Oh, a Swiss roll! Yum. I do like a good Swiss roll. Maybe we should arrest the girl. She might turn out to be a valuable lead. Ugh. I believe some sort of punishment may need to be dealt the next time we meet. I believe I've asked all that I need to of this man. Now for Detective Bad and the judge. We have to confirm who is correct. The judge or the scruff face, right? I suppose we should inspect the hallway in front of lobby number 2 next then. I suppose so. Shall we head on over, Franziska? Where do we go? Is it this way? Nope. Right in the jewels? Yeah, exactly. Nope, that's also not the way through. Is it this way? Yes. Oh, I forget this man's voice. So, did you see anything else? I think it was kind of like that. I'm not sure. It was a subtle difference. No, I don't think so. I see. Well, thanks for your cooperation. Oh, it's nothing. Just doing my duty as a defender of the law. That'll be all for now. I'll ask again if I have any other questions. Anytime, Detective. I still can't believe the judge has legs and can move. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a few loose ends I have to tie up. Oh, you're that new prosecutor Mr. Von Karma recommended, right? My name is Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. And I'm Manfred Von Karma's daughter, Franziska Von Karma. I'm set to become the successor to my genius father any day now, Your Honor. I see, Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by— oh! Ah! I bit my tongue. Oh my gosh! Thought he was fused to the podium. Yeah, agreed. Same as, like, quiz show hosts. You never see, you know, below the waist. Are you alright, Your Honor? Please feel free to refer to me as just Miss Von Karma, Your Honor. As for him, just Edgeworth is fine. Apparently somebody doesn't feel I'm worthy of a proper title. Oh ho! Very well then. I shall call you Ms. Von Karma and Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth. Your Honor, Mr. Edgeworth is fine, sir. Now, about your earlier testimony. Yes? What about it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd like to ask you a few questions about what exactly you saw. All right. After all, it's my duty to clarify my testimony as a defender of the law. I greatly appreciate your cooperation, Your Honor. Now, the first thing I will need to do is figure out that detective's exact movements. Investigation start! I'm gonna sneeze. There it is. Excuse me. All right, well, first of all, I'm not gonna talk to him. I'm gonna look at the fire extinguisher. No signs it was used in the crime. Thank you, Ouija fan. There we go. Here's the poster. Thank you as well, Cass. These two are bantering. This poster has no use. Have you found any suspicious fingerprints, officer? Nope, just the fingerprints of those involved with the case. All right, no other fingerprints. I have the nagging feeling we're missing something, and I suspect that what we're missing is hiding right here in this crime scene somewhere. Woo! Now we got a guy with his bum up, head down, tail up. Thank you, Hopes, as well. Did you find something, officer? I think there's a $5 bill back there. Ooh! I want it! Gimme. Said no one working this crime scene who isn't a total waste of living tissue. Oh my gosh, Franziska, calm down, girl. The vending machine. Nothing contradictory in this area. It would appear that this vending machine sells snacks and various other foods. Okay, this is apparently a clue, somehow. Just lovely. What will they think of next? Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks. 1 packet for $9. Defendant's fresh milk. 1/2 pint for $7. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these for $6. Ah, she's also politically sound, I guess. Geopolitically sound. Well, she did live in Germany for a long time. It makes sense. They're awfully overpriced. The lineup is simply awful. Period. I don't think it's that awful. Milk, good. Swiss rolls, good. Orange juice, good. Ham sandwich, it's alright. Beef jerky, meh. Speaking of snacks, I wonder if that Swiss roll the little girl dropped is from this machine. I was wondering about that myself. Do we order a Swiss roll then? Well, I assume it means the end of the trial. I suppose this means that one should eat these during the recess. I think Jacque's Jerky sounds like a better name to go with in a courthouse. That's fair. Wouldn't mind if you wanted to eat one now. They come in packs of 2 after all. We're in the middle of an investigation. I don't have $6 on me. If you want, we can pool our money and buy a pack together. If I have to split it with you, then I don't want it. Okay, girl. In your own hot water, you might need a hot dog. Me too, Edgeworth. Oh. Oh my gosh. So the funny catchphrases were entered through a competition and the winner was, oh my gosh, Mr. Dork Prosecutor. Oh no. Pathetic slogan. If you leave matters in Yvonne Karma's hands, everyone in court will be found guilty dogs. Francisco, that's a shit line. Stick to your day job. Objection! Overruled. Are we just gonna look at the food and nothing else in this thing? Okay, I guess we're looking at all the food. Beef jerky. Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks. Wouldn't you agree it's a very clever pun? I mean, a little. I wouldn't say very clever. Foolish break? Oh, can we eat now? Sandwich. Don't let the prosecution and the defense make a ham sandwich out of you. Okay, whatever that means. This is so corny, there could be corn on the menu. Truth. Very true, Cass. When it's looking bad, blind your opposition with some OJ. That's a choice. Compared to the sting of a whip, the sting of orange juice may not be so bad. Also true. Defendant's fresh milk. What exactly is that supposed to mean? But it means the milk is freshly milked by various defendants on trial. Ew? I think I mean this was milked right here from the various defendants. Oh! Worse? Is that everything from here? I'm just looking. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, we completed that. It meant absolutely nothing. Judge time. Your Honor, I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Where were you at the time of the murder? Do you expect? Suspect, not expect. Do you suspect me of something? No, nothing of the sort, Your Honor. Very well, you may continue with your testimony. Your Honor, it's your testimony I'm after. Oh, the judge is a little confused when he's the one being questioned and not making the judgments. Oh, I had no idea you were chasing after me or my testimony. I'm beginning to sense that I might want to avoid being in a trial run by this judge. Oh, brother. Every trial you are going to be in from here on out is going to be with this judge. I am so sorry. Let's see here. Now then, how should I put this? When you get to be my age, you need to pay more frequent visits to the restroom. If you go take a look through the window at the end of this hall, you'll see a small window. That is the window to the men's restroom. In other words, you can see clearly into this hallway from the men's restroom. That's a weird window positioning, I think. When I was going into the restroom, that detective. Gumshoe, is it? Well, he was standing in front of the vending machines buying something from it. Oh, Gumshoe. You weren't guarding, you were buying food, bro. It does feel like a breach of privacy, D-Gage. Like, why would you line up a bathroom window with a hallway window? I just, Especially in the men's bathroom, where, like, it's not just cubicles that are private, like, that are all private. It's like urinals. Like, that's, weird. However, and this I couldn't believe, when I was about to exit the restroom, there was not a soul in the hallway anymore. Oh, that's bad. That's bad for Gumshoe. Your Honor, if you could please calm down and explain it to me rationally. Oh, I'm really sorry. Please let me regain my composure. It was really suspicious. Composure unregained. That's what my finely owned judge's intuition said. Although, well, until the murders occurred, I just sort of brushed it off. Ho ho ho. Apparently this judge doesn't understand the concept of staying calm. That's probably all I'm going to find out from His Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, may I return to my other duties now? Yes, I'm sorry to have held you up. Thank you for your cooperation, Your Honor. Ho ho ho. Anytime, Mr. Edgeworth. Anytime. I want there to be a joke where the judge laughs and says ho ho ho, and then someone goes, what did you just call me? It's also 2 windows between 2 buildings with no more than 3 feet apart. You can only look into the other building. Stupid building design. That too! You make a very good point, D-Gage. It's just terrible architecture. The judges in this country seem rather friendly. Yes, if not a little wishy-washy. However, I hear that they are known to hand down very fair verdicts. The bins don't need anything. Can we look at the ants? Yeah, we can. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. Okay, bathroom. So that window on the other side belongs to the men's restroom. I can't see it. At your height, I'm not surprised. Oh, whipping time. I guess short people have feelings too, bro. That's so mean. Cactus. What's the matter? I pricked myself on one of this cactus's needles. I didn't think the needles on this thing would be so sharp. Well, what did you expect? Can you imagine how bad it would be if you were hit on the head by one of these? Anyway, this cactus seems to be unrelated to our case. Do you really think so? Because I believe that this cactus sitting on this windowsill is completely related. What? The cactus is evidence? What could you... What the... Okay. Okay, just about as crazy as interrogating a parrot. We've got a cactus as evidence. Oh, well then I look forward to your explanation on exactly how it is related. How about this? What is this? It's a pink-colored piece of trash. Made of rubber? What? I feel like I've seen something like this before. Is it a balloon? All I see is a piece of garbage. But you know, the fact that there is a litter running loose inside this courthouse, it's simply unforgivable. Hey, Franziska may be many bad things, but she is one good thing. Doesn't like littering. That is a commendable trait to have. It's not like it was I who littered. Rubbish belongs in a rubbish bin. And another whip for good measure. And then the ants. Question the cactus? Oh, the dream, Digage. The ants are hard at work carrying their food home. It's a marvel that they can pick up such comparatively large objects to their size. Well, if you want to carry the mighty Von Karma name and not be squished under it, you'd better work extra hard, just like these ants. The same goes for you, Franziska. And then we can we go down? There we go, down. To the food! What are these black speckles? I believe it's a pile of ants eating away. Ooh, that detective, he claims that not a single ant slipped by him. Looks like hundreds, actually. And yet, here is a whole hill of them. Ah! But what are you hitting me for? As a replacement for that pathetic detective. Ugh. Perhaps I should add this deduction to the detective's growing tab of pay cuts. Anyway, I wonder what the ants are eating. From the look and sweet smell of it, pieces of cake and chocolate from a Swiss roll. Miles Edgeworth, the courthouse is to be kept pristine at all times. Ugh. It wasn't me that dropped food on the ground. The courthouse must be kept clean. Ugh. Oh, handprint! Wait, I didn't even notice the handprint. The dirt on this bench, it smells like some sort of sweet substance. I can't believe there's someone going around dirtying the courthouse. For shame!
Hold it!
Calm down, Franziska. Now, take a good look. Doesn't this smudge look kind of like a handprint to you? I suppose it could be. Which means that perhaps we can lift the prints off the person who sullied this bench. I see! And then we'll know the identity of our mystery slob. You there, the lab technician. Could you please find out who this handprint belongs to? Sir, yes, sir. Franziska, you're closer to the ground. Just go ahead and pick it up. I think she'd be so incredibly grossed out if she had to pick up crumbs of food that someone had eaten. We've got the results of the fingerprint analysis. And do we know who they belong to? Sir, the fingerprints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Oh. I was hoping that wouldn't be the case. And yet. Oh, interesting. Good work, officer. Damn. He ate the Swiss roll and left crumbs. And there you have it. Yes, I suppose so. Now we know the identity of the person who dirtied the bench. I sense that you and I will be using this information in very different ways. Oh, and the bench itself. Ants are pouring out of the hole in this bench as well. I wonder if the inside of this bench consists of nothing but ants. Don't you dare continue with that gross line of thought! Ugh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the sound of that is, disgusting. Anything else? Okay, I think we're done here. We are. Let's see if we can deduce something here. Vending machine. Maybe the vending machine and the Swiss roll crumbs? Yeah! These bits of chocolate and cake. Could they not have come from a Swiss roll? A Swiss roll? Why would a courthouse sell a thing like that? It may not seem like the right venue. However, it is being sold right over there. The vending machine? Ah, I see. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. 2 for $6, talk about expensive. Leaving the fact that it's on the expensive side aside, the fact that the cake crumbs and chocolate bits were found in this hallway suggests that they came from a Swiss roll that was purchased from this machine. I think I have a pretty clear picture of what happened here now. Naturally. After all, I'm here, aren't I? Detective Gumshoe must have sat on this bench as he ate a Swiss roll. And as he ate, he dropped it on the floor and sullied the bench. Fucking Gumshoe, man. How could he not have cleaned up after himself? How utterly despicable. Don't you dare whip me again. It wasn't I who made the mess in the first place. Anyway, if it was indeed Detective Gumshoe who bought the Swiss roll, that creates a rather interesting contradiction of facts. A contradiction? Where? I think another look at the special courthouse vending machine is in order. Oh! I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I know what to do here! The juice? Is the spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Yes, it does! It connects to his wallet that he had no money in! Hey, Aaron, how you doing? Ants in furniture. I don't know why, but that reminds me of a video of someone pouring melted aluminium into an ant tunnel and later digging it out to have an aluminium statue of the tunnels. Cool look, but pretty crazy. That does sound cool, but I also hope there were no ants in the tunnels. Because, like, you just killed a gazillion ants right there if you put it into a tunnel that still has ants in it. I wish I could have a Swiss roll. Me too. I'm kind of craving a roll now. I have cakes. I'll have a cake after stream. It's a cute little Kipling, like, vanilla and berry cake. It's very sweet and very lovely. It's called an angel cake, I think. Just got back from visiting family. What's going on? Gumshoe is being accused of murder. And we're trying to figure out a double murder as well. Not just one, 2 murders. And we're trying to figure out who it is. We're also a little bit back in time. So Franziska is 13 and we're like 19 or 20 or something. About Detective Gumshoe's finances, he said that until this morning, he didn't have even a single penny on his personage. Just how poor is that guy? If his bonus really was only $5, then he should not have been able to purchase a pack of Swiss rolls. However, facts being as they are, we found cake crumbs on the floor. Meaning Scruffy must have bought a pack somehow. Indeed. That detective should not have been able to purchase a pack, and yet he did. The question is how? Interesting. Let's see if we can put any other 2 things together. I'm gonna put together the cactus and the trash. I'm thinking that's connected. Possibly. Hopefully. I hope your time with your family was well though, Aaron. This pink rubbery substance. I saw this in a different form earlier today. I believe this is a piece of a popped balloon. I suppose that's possible. The balloon probably got a little too close to our friend, the windowsill cactus. That would be the logical conclusion, yes. Nice. I think we have nothing else to deduce after that, though. So let's talk to Bad. Ooh. What a dark and brooding theme for a dark and brooding man. Detective Bad, I have something I wish to inquire about. Hey, how about doing some actual work, you? I wish to inquire into Detective Gumshoe's movements during the recess. You're getting in the way of the investigation. I have an order from Mr. Von Karma himself. Plus, I still hold investigative authority. He's not happy about this. So I hear you were the one who called for Detective Gumshoe to come down here. Faraday, that guy was just accused, you know? I just knew something was gonna happen. My detective instincts told me. A lot of good it did you. You couldn't even protect one lone prosecutor with it. Ugh.
Hold it!
Franziska, I think you need to apologize. Ugh. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry, Detective Bad. Please continue. Huh. I used the phone on the first floor and called the precinct. I told them to send somebody over. And that detective's the one that showed up. And only upon his arrival did you set Detective Gumshoe to stand guard, Detective Bad? Yeah. I waited for him on the first floor. After he got here, we came up to these defendant lobbies to get together. As we entered this hallway, we ran into you. She told us that Faraday was really mad, and that he dragged Rel off to lobby number 2 to have a word or something. And that Faraday had said to not let anyone interrupt them. So what choice did I have? All I could do was tell the big lug to stand guard outside. And around what time did all of that take place? Let's see. I think it was about 30 minutes before I heard the gunshot. After giving the big lug his assignment, he never left the hallway, not once. Oh? And how can you make such a claim? One of the guards out in this floor's main lobby swore to me he didn't. If the detective never left the hallway, then where did he disappear off to? That's simple. He must have gone into lobby number 2, just as I suspected. No, I think what happened is because... Okay, so the judge said he saw Gumshoe at the vending machines and then disappeared, right? I think what and we also know that Gumshoe was eating the Swiss rolls on the bench. So he didn't disappear, he just sat down. So Judge couldn't have looked through the window and seen Gumshoe because Gumshoe would have been below the height of the window at that point because he was on the bench. It was? I'm glad to hear that. I'm happy you had a good time. You and I, we were in the lobby number 1 next door. The only one without an alibi is Gumshoe. It would seem that I'm still missing some key pieces of information. Detective Bad, you also heard the gunshot, did you not? Yeah. I heard it when I was in defendant lobby number 1. That's why I came running towards lobby number 2 together with you. How much time elapsed between you hearing the gunshot and your arrival on the scene? Less than a minute. What were your movements upon hearing the gunshot? I grabbed the big lug, who was just walking around in the hall, and raced into lobby number 2. And that's when we discovered the bodies. In that order. That makes you the discoverer of the crime scene, right? Yeah, I guess it does, little miss. I'm about to become a prosecutor very soon. You will treat me with the dignity I deserve, or else. You wave that thing around anymore, and I'll have you arrested for obstruction, little miss. You wouldn't dare. Just joking. Detective Bad is really something if he can make Franziska behave. Are we about done? Is there anything else I should ask him about? Ooh, should we ask about the time, the place, or the situation? Let's go situation. I'd like to know a little more about the circumstances under which you heard the gunshot. Like I said, I was in lobby number 1 with you. I have nothing else to add. Well, his testimony certainly corroborates with what Ms. Yu said. Miles, you already asked him about that, remember? I suppose I should ask about something else. Maybe the time, then. I'd like for you to tell me the exact time you heard the gunshot. It was around the end of the recess, and the trial was about to start again. I think. He was supposed to make time for himself to transfer the evidence he was holding. But I got the sense he wasn't gonna show for the handoff. So I figured I should go get him or he'd be late. And just as I thought that, bang! The sound of a gunshot hit my eardrums. So he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to restart, huh? Interesting. I'm thinking one of them shot the other. I forget who shot who and who stabbed who. I'm thinking one of them shot the other, Bard went in, stabbed the other one. Possibly. Because, okay, let me check. Let me check notes. Faraday died of a knife to the chest. Rel died of a bullet to the chest. And Rel fell first. Okay, I'm thinking Faraday does in fact kill Rel. Then Bad comes in. He's the first person to the crime scene. Stabs Rel. Stabs Faraday. That's what I'm thinking this could be. I just think Bad is suspicious. I don't know why, he just is. Are we done here? I don't have any time to waste. Oh, come on. All you're doing is standing in front of this door doing nothing. I get the sense that he is someone investigating this crime scene. Or rather that he's keeping us under surveillance. But to what end? Detective Bad, may I ask that you cooperate with us for just a little bit longer? I don't have anything else to say to the two of you. You guys were the ones who said you wanted to investigate in the first place. Fine then, be obstinate. We'll just do as we please. Come on, Miles. You may no longer be willing to help us. However, may I ask for the forensic scientist cooperation? Do as you like. Yay! Complete! I think you're onto something. Thank you. I think I am too, Cass. I believe I now have a very firm grasp on what happened here. Well, I do too. All right, Franziska, would you care to share what conclusions you've come to? Why should I do that? We're still in the middle of a competition, you know. You should be checking to see if your conclusions are wrong first, so you go ahead. It's almost cute that she's going this far to ensure that she wins. Almost. Very well. But first we need to pay His Honor a visit to correct his testimony. I think something also funny is that Judge is shorter than Edgeworth. He's little. A little bit little. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to test your witness testimony to see how it stands up. Do you doubt me? Am I your new suspect? In a sense, I suppose you could say that. Even you, a judge, and nothing but a common witness before a Von Karma. Silence in the courtroom. Silence, I say. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Manfred... Oh, okay. I'm just gonna stop. You bit your tongue again, didn't you? Ahem. As a defender of the law, I could never give false testimony. You can even place me under oath if you want. Very well, then. Your testimony, if you please. Huh. Yeah. Us versus Judge. Judge is a short king. Not that short, just a slightly shorter king. During the recess, I went to the restroom. Oh, it's not... Okay. Is Cody... Was it Cody who said this? No, it was D-Gage, I think. It's not two buildings, D-Gage. It's one building with a courtyard in the middle. Still terrible architecture. But we stand slightly corrected. There is a window on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. As I entered, I saw the Detective Gumshoe buying something from the vending machines. But when I was about to exit the restroom, he had completely disappeared. A detective that goes missing while on duty? That sounds mighty suspicious to me. Your Honor, can you please try to remain calm? Oh. I'm so used to simply listening to testimonies that I got caught up in the excitement. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to spoil your fun now. Okay, I think I know what to do here. I'm gonna present, and then if that doesn't work, then I'll press. As I entered, I saw that detective buying something from the vending machines, but when I was about to exit the restroom, he had completely disappeared. Present! The handprint.
Objection!
Yes, it was right. What was that finger wag for, Mr. Edgeworth? And don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone is giving testimony? If you truly are a man of the law, then you must always be vigilant. For example, I never let an opportunity to shoot objection pass me by. How's Edgeworth? It's one thing to be passionate about your job, but this is real life. This is what some people may say is the pot calling the kettle black. Your Honor, I wonder if you might take a look at this for me. What is this filth? How dare someone dirty the hallway bench like that? Who is the culprit? That party is hereby found guilty of uncleanliness. If you must know, the uncouth bench sullier has already been placed under arrest thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honor. Oh, well, that's good, but who was it? We were able to discover something from the smudge on the bench, namely Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints. Not happy with committing just murder, he had to go and dirty the courthouse too? Guilty. Your Honor, please calm down. While it's true that the detective is the one who made the mess on the bench, we have not yet established that this action is related to the double murder. What do you mean? I believe that Objection, my client pleads. Nuh-uh. What do you mean, nuh-uh? I love that meme so much, Aaron. I believe that the detective bought a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine, and then promptly sat down on the bench to eat one. The cake crumbs and pieces of chocolate on the floor under the bench, and Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints prove my conclusions to be true. Oh, but I still don't understand. Is this whole thing related to how I couldn't see him as I was leaving the restroom? It is indeed. The window in the hallway was built rather high up into the wall, at around a grown adult's chest height. As evidence, I submit that Francisca herself was unable to see out of that window. She's not happy about that. I knew I shouldn't have used her as height as evidence. Basically, what this means is that the area directly under the hallway window is a blind spot when the hallway is being viewed from the men's bathroom. Then? It seems that you have made the connection. If someone were to sit on the bench under the window... Yes, even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe would be effectively disappearing from sight. What? Do you finally see, Your Honor? Your testimony has just proven that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time. Sorry. I didn't mean to say it with that much enthusiasm. I love how pressed everyone is about the courtroom being dirty. I can understand why. Like, it is a place for order and law and justice. You'd want a place like that to be, you know, clean and tidy. All I wanted to do was try saying it once. Here, let me try that again. Hold it! Is there something of value that you'd like to say? Yes, actually there is. I remembered something else just now. Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to testify to the court one more time. Even if we overruled him, he'd just keep on talking, wouldn't he? That might not be a bad thing. The more info, the better. The more info, the better in a perfect investigation, right? True. Get as much insight as humanly possible. Uh-oh, I'm twisting my foot in my cardigan. Oh, it's uncomfortable. Get out. Okay. Freedom! I suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window. However, that doesn't mean the detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail. As I was leaving the restroom, I heard the loud bang of a gunshot. Oh! Okay. How was that? That is the testimony of one who judges the crimes of others. Your Honor, could you try to state the important facts first next time? Yeah, he didn't say at all how he was one of the people who heard the gunshot. Like, bro, maybe that should have been the first thing you said? Potentially? I agree. Before you go around judging others, you should learn to judge your own words. I'm sorry, but honestly, I thought that sound was just a noise popper until now. Now that he mentions it, right before we restarted the trial, he did talk about that. By the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard a popper going off. True. The other day with my grandson. The most critical point in this argument is when did the judge look into the hallway, and whether that lines up with when the gun was actually fired. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to clarify a few details in your testimony. My sweet summer grandpa. Yeah, he's no child. He's too old to be called sweet summer child at this point. I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail. As I was leaving the restroom, I heard the loud bang of a gunshot. Okay, let's try and present something here. Maybe we present bad testimony?
Objection!
Nope, damn it. Okay, we'll have to do some pressing then. I like to make a guess right at the beginning, and then if it doesn't work, I have to press everything. I'm sure it's only this statement that we have to press, though.
Hold it!
Your Honor, about what you just said. I know, I couldn't believe it. Oh, okay, he's talking really quickly. You know who he should end up with? Old bag. Your Honor, please remain calm when you're trying to explain yourself to me. Yes, sir. Sorry about that. Now then, I must gather myself, yes. When I heard the gunshot, though, okay, it's happening again. Oh, I can read it, though. When I heard the gunshot, there was no one in the hall. I should know, I looked. There was no one there. This judge's emotion circuits appear to be stuck on overreact. At this point, nothing stands out more to me as a contradiction to his testimony. Francisca, if I'm correct, this testimony is hardly precision quality. I know that. And that's why I said, at this point. I think my first line of attack will be to draw more information from His Honor. I suppose it's possible. More information. Okay, so do they want me to continue to press, maybe? Do I think there's fanfic about him and Old Bag? You can look it up if you want. Go for it. Same brain cell? We're twins, Aaron. Let's present again, because you know what? I've got another idea. What if it's the balloon?
Objection!
Damn it. I do have to just... I do just have to keep pressing everything else. Dang. My bad. My bad, my bad, my bad. My bad. I'm losing health because I'm being presumptuous. Alright, let's start again. Let's press. And I'm gonna sneeze again. I think. There we go.
Hold it!
In that case, do you concede that you were overconfident in your last testimony? Now, hold on there. I just said that it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom this time. Thank you, both of you, for the bless yous. But you know something? I don't think you know when the prints you referenced were left on that bench, do you? Well, you have proven that it's possible the detective was sitting. I still have a problem with just when those fingerprints were left. He's right. I have yet to prove when the fingerprints were left on that bench. While he feigns ignorance, His Honor has seen a lot of life. This judge, I mustn't underestimate him. And thank you, Ouija fan, as well. That doesn't mean the detective was sitting there when I looked. Press again. As we established, you went to the restroom during the recess. However, at what point in the recess did you look into that hallway? After I called for a recess, I handled the change of prosecutor paperwork. Maybe about 20 minutes until we reconvened? Yes, that sounds about right. Just as I expected. What were you expecting? And I demand to know what that all-knowing smile is for. Your Honor, that statement you made just now is very important. I'd like for you to append it to your testimony. All right, if you insist. Okay, yeah. Let's see, I looked into that hallway about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. Okay, let's present something here. Let's present Bad's testimony, because Bad said the gunshot happened just before the recess started. I cannot allow you to make an objection. What? Your Honor, I'm really sorry, but I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection. Gads, I've been overruled. Your Honor, there are simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste. What do you mean by that? You claim that you heard the gunshot during the recess, but that's simply not possible. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Manfred von... Instead of biting your tongue... Oh, okay. She's just whipping people. I see you have no mercy for the elderly either, Franziska. Don't talk back to me unless you want to be whipped in the back. With your height, you'd need a step ladder or 4 to accomplish that. Oh, he's so sassy. What a bitchy inner monologue, man. Mr. Edgeworth, my ears are not that far gone yet, I'll have you know. I can still hear just fine. And I heard the sound of a gunshot loud and clear with my own 2 ears. Your Honor, I have here an interesting bit of testimony. It's from Detective Bad. And according to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. What did you just say? Your Honor, you just said that you heard the gunshot about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. How do you explain this glaring contradiction? That can't be. Unfortunately, that is the truth. But I heard it clear as day. Bang! The loud sound of a gunshot. Sound of the gunshot. We keep returning to this point of contention. And that piece of evidence, I always did wonder why I found it where I did. However, now I understand what that gunshot the judge heard really was. It was the balloon. It was the balloon. Unfortunately, Your Honor, this is what really produced the gunshot you heard. Balloon, balloon, balloon! Balloon, baby! I found this object in the hallway earlier. What is that pink substance? It may not look it, but this is actually a piece of a balloon. I see. And I suppose you would like me to accept that pink balloon into court record? Your Honor, I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. What? Your Honor, your argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. Now, there is no guarantee that the detective was sitting on the bench at that time. Therefore, you believe he must have been at the crime scene, defendant lobby number 2. Am I correct? Yes, that's exactly right. Let me ask you something. Do you think that the gunshot you heard was produced by a real gun? Ugh. I think I've said enough that even you can figure the rest out on your own. Your Honor, you were fooled by the popping of this balloon into thinking it was a gunshot. What manner of trickery is this? That was a good effort you put forth, Mars Edgeworth. But if it was me, I'd have wrapped this thing up before the judge even testified. Care to elaborate on how one ends something before it even begins? It's just Franziska Powers. Don't question it. Well, to be honest, I did think that the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound. But who could have guessed that someone would pop a balloon in a place like this? That's true. One doesn't usually think balloons in conjunction with courthouse. It's the little girl! That's it. That balloon that girl was holding. It explains everything. Your Honor, if it makes you feel any better, you didn't lie once in your testimony. However, I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Also, I just realized I'm stupid. Kay's last name is Faraday. Kay Faraday. She's this guy's daughter. I am so brainless. I'm making up theories and they don't... Oh my goodness, I'm too silly. However, I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Who knew that giving testimony could be such a difficult thing to do? What have I done? I owe Detective Gumshoe a very, very big apology. I'll see to it myself that he is released. Wait. There are still a few things I have yet to resolve about what happened in the hallway. You just now realize? No. I realized it last week. I swear, I realized it last week, But this week, I forgot.
Brain no work.
Brain do indeed no work. You are absolutely correct, Hopes. Listen, sometimes it just be like that, you know? Your Honor, I request your permission to further question Detective Gumshoe. But why? I thought we just cleared his name. Whether we did just now or not, I still cannot say. The only thing I can do for now is to continue in my quest for the perfect explanation. And to that end, I must resolve the remaining issues pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Very well. Bailiff, please bring Detective Gumshoe into the courtroom. I must fulfill my mission and find the perfect explanation to this case. Oh, I was expecting a to be continued and I didn't get one. My bad. What is it now? Is it time for my trial already? I've already told you a gazillion times, pal. I didn't do it. I'll be the judge of that, Detective Gumshoe. No, you won't. I'll be the judge of that. No, I'm the judge around here, and I'll be the judge of that. Why can't you guys be a little less judgmental? Yes, well, speaking of hasty judgments, Detective Gumshoe, I'm afraid I must apologize for an error in judgment on my part. Your Honor, I don't believe you should apologize just yet. We have yet to prove he is completely innocent of this crime. I guess so. Huh? What are you guys talking about? In any case, I would like you to testify as to your actions while you were on guard duty. And please remember, you are not on trial. This is all just a part of the investigation. As such, you may still be found to be innocent. However, if you should give false testimony... My whip will object, loud and clear. If you are found to be lying, you will be held indefinitely. Understood? I gotcha, pal. Thinking back on the state of the crime scene and the judge's testimony, it's obvious that Detective Gumshoe is lying. And if I can't break his lie, then we may never get a break in this case. Yeah! Gumshoe on the stand! Unofficially. I came down here to this courthouse on Detective Bad's orders. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2. From that time on, until I heard the gunshot, I was in the hallway the whole time. On my honor as a detective, I swear it wasn't me, pal. He's still singing the same tied tune. In that case, I'll just have to change that melody. I know he's lying, and it's time I pulled the information I need out of him. Alright, I think I'm gonna press one thing before I do this. On detective orders, as soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2. From that time on until I heard the gunshot, I was in the hallway the whole time. Okay, I'm gonna press this and only this, because I think that's the only one that matters. You claim to have been in the hallway the whole time. However, is it not a fact that you did something while you were in that hallway? Of course I did something. I guarded the door to lobby number 2, pal. What else? Very well then. And what exactly does guarding that door entail? Well, to put it simply... Oh, I know. It was my job to stand in front of the door without moving an inch. Oh? Detective Gumshoe, you mean to tell me that you didn't take a single step away from the door to lobby number 2? Is that really what you wish to testify to the effect of? You got it, pal. I didn't take a single step away from that door, just like I was ordered not to. Everyone's like, this idiot. Why is everyone so quiet all of a sudden? Because we are all in shock, and in awe of your utter stupidity. Scruffy, if you're going to lie, at least tell us a more believable one. Yeah. But I'm not lying. I should hurry up and bring this insipid testimony to a close. Until I heard the gunshot, I didn't take a single step away from lobby number 2. Okay. Present. That's Gumshoe's testimony. That's Bad's testimony. We don't have Judge's testimony. I'm gonna say this is it? Potentially? I think it is. I have an objection. What is it, pal? Detective Gumshoe, I wonder if you might recognize this from somewhere. Hey, it's one of those things. The courthouse special Swiss rolls, right, pal? Precisely. In that case, I suppose that you also recall the sullied hallway bench? Hey, you know what? I think it was probably me that did that. Detective Gumshoe, you know you can't go around dirtying up the courthouse like this. You inconsiderate, slovenly pig. Ugh. I promise to clean it up later, I swear. Well, I mean, unless you're a murderer, which you're just gonna go to jail. No cleaning. Objection, yes. I'm glad we're getting some usage out of my objection emote. I love that thing so much. Now then, shall we get down to business? To defeat the Huns? About the fact that you didn't move even a single step from in front of that door, if that really were the case, then how are you able to buy a pack of Swiss rolls? Furthermore, if you didn't move a single step from in front of that door, how did you manage to get the bench dirty with your grubby hands? Yeah. It appears that Franziska's whip can do more damage than my words alone can. All right. I confess, pal. I was hungry, so I bought a pack for myself, okay? I thought I'd get chewed out again if anyone found out about me eating on the job, so I didn't want to say anything. He may be guilty of creating a mess, but not guilty of murder. Truth. No true words have been spoken, Cass. Well, unfortunately for you, I saw you do the whole dastardly deed. I clearly saw you buying a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine. Okay, I'm sorry for lying. But that's all I'm sorry for, you got that? Because I'm not holding anything else back. Guilty of liking Swiss rolls? Yeah, listen, who isn't guilty of liking Swiss rolls? That last statement. It may sound like it makes sense. However, there is something I don't quite believe about it. Are you sure you're not withholding further information from us? Huh? Of course not. I've got nothing else to hide, pal. Guilty of being a himbo. Also true. Objection, Your Honor, you weren't there. Plus, my client is a silly little guy, no thoughts, head empty. True. Like, Gumshoe can't do shit. He's just a creature. Allergies? Ah, what? You're gluten. You have the gluten allergy, right? I think I remember. You were the one with the gluten allergy. I wonder if there's gluten-free Swiss rolls. Surely there must be. If only that were the sorry. Oh, if only that were true, Detective Gumshoe. But it is true, pal. I swear there's nothing else. Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure that you are aware of the price of a pack of Swiss rolls, correct? Huh? Remind me again, pal? That vending machine out in the hallway is selling packs of 2 Swiss rolls for $6 a pack. And yet, according to you, you didn't have any cash on you until you cashed your $5 annual bonus check. Isn't that right? Oh. Let me ask then, how did you manage to purchase a pack all by yourself? Can you provide me with a proper explanation to that? I told you I bought it myself, pal. There wasn't anyone else in that hallway with me, so there's no one who could have helped me buy it. Wait, don't tell me. You've got some kind of proof that there was someone else in the hallway, don't you? Correct. As if you could. I mean, what are the chances of that? Wait, you do? Of course I do. What? How? What proof do I have that there must have been someone else there in the hallway? Balloon! What the heck is that? I knew you really didn't have anything. You prosecute... Wait, did I actually get it wrong? I got it wrong with the balloon? No intention of falling for his lie, because there was definitely a second person, because if he was truly alone all along, then that piece of evidence should not exist. What? What? Wait. How is it not this? Oh, maybe it's the Swiss roll dropped by the girl?
Take that!
Hey, you showed that to me not 2 seconds ago, pal. Ah, I think you're under the mistaken impression that I bought this pack of rolls. Wait, if you didn't buy it, then that means you must have stolen it. You thief! But I would never do such a thing. All you liars are the same. You start out as thieves. You're under arrest, pal. I believe you meant to assert that all thieves start out as liars. And in that case, what does that say about you, detective? This particular Swiss roll was dropped by a certain someone. Oh. There were 2 rolls in this package. You ate one of them, but you then gave the other one to a certain other person, didn't you? But no way, pal. You've got it all wrong. I ate both of them. Oh! He dodged. It would appear that we've caught you at last. It's the gremlin! Hey, don't you dare do anything bad to that girl. It would appear that they do know each other after all. So, why do you continue to come up to me and kick me? Have I wronged you somehow? I have a name and it's Kay. Kay what? Kay Faraday. Faraday? Are you perhaps Mr. Faraday's daughter? I'm not a you, I'm Kay. Ugh. Kay, you know, good little girls don't kick other people. Especially not hard enough to leave big nasty bruises like the way you do. Well then, you shouldn't have put Gummy under arrest, mister. Gummy? My guess is that she's talking about Detective Gumshoe. She's so cute. I should, okay. You can, I thought you may not have been able to see her at all because of my PNG tuber model, but you can see, like, most of her, especially when she jumps forward, thank goodness. What a cute nickname you've given him. Gummy didn't do anything wrong. Okay. It appears that I will need to speak with her in a bit more detail. Rawr! What, are we gonna have a 1v1? Okay, I thought we were gonna have a 1v1 of testimonies with Kay again instead, but no, we're not. Now then, Kay. Not the hissing! Oh my gosh. She is so 7-year-old girl. She's like a stray cat. I wonder if I should feed her something. Oh, give her the other roll?
Take that!
Kay, I promise to give this to you if you calm down. Oh, a Swiss roll. It really belongs to you though, doesn't it? Yeah, I was saving it for Daddy. Oh. Oh my. Your father, he's... Don't you say another word, pal. She doesn't know yet. Thanks for watching out for me, Gummy. But I already know about Daddy. Thank you for the hydrate, D-Gauge. Do you think she's familiar with anger 2? Oh, Atari, she is anger 2. She invented anger 2. Let's be real here. Hydrate done. I overheard the guards talking about how he's not here anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't protect him. Kay. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. Oh, baby. It's all right. Let it all out. Your father just passed away after all. Oh, and now Edgeworth can bond with her because they've both got dead dads. Oh, this is gonna get me. Right in the feels. Oh, I cringed saying that phrase. I myself was also involved in a case at this courthouse when I was a young child. A case in which my father, who was a defense attorney, passed away. All of my dreams of becoming a lawyer were crushed into fine ash on that nightmarish day. And you know what sucks? this is Bratworth, right? So this is before Edgeworth knew that he wasn't the one who killed his dad. So Edgeworth is saying all of this, still believing that he was his dad's murderer. Even now, the wound festers deep in the depths of my soul. Ever since that incident, I've dedicated myself to locking away every criminal I can. And now, to have this happen right in front of me. This child. I feel a certain shared fate. A common bond between us. Oh, this is so sad, bro. Another trauma victim, real common in this line of work? Well, yeah. I mean, it's criminal law. It would be freaking common for tragedy to happen. Miles Edgeworth, what sort of gentleman are you? Are you going to just stand there and watch a lady cry? You're right. Sorry about that. Okay, here. How about we use this handkerchief here and dry your little eyes? Oh, the huggy! Oh my gosh. I'm gonna cry if they keep this up. My cravat, don't blow your nose on that! I feel better now. Oh, she's such a ning-nong. Thanks. Alright, well, can we talk to you now about what happened? Kay, are you going to be alright? Yep, I'm already alright. Somehow I highly doubt that, but I'm not going to push it. I promised Daddy I'd never cry in front of strangers. And you're a good kid, aren't you, Kay? You always keep your promises, right? That's right. Even if I can't see Daddy anymore, I'm still going to keep all my promises. You're a very brave girl, Kay. You're a very good child for keeping the promises you made to your papa. I'll even testify that you didn't cry, just for you. Oh, you know what? I do think that that's really lovely. That, like, they are very stiff, and they are very sassy and mean and uppity. But Edgeworth and Franziska are good with kids. It warms my heart. Thank you very much, lady. It's nothing. I'm only telling the truth after all. It would appear that because her father was a respected prosecutor, Franziska is sympathetic to Kay's feelings. Oh, this is so cute! Kay, what kind of person was your father? Daddy was a hero of justice. His job was to catch all the bad people in the world. So to you, a prosecutor is a hero of justice, huh? I suppose we are in a sense, as we are the ones who seek guilty verdicts for criminals. Plus, you know what? Whenever I came to the courthouse, Daddy would buy me my absolute favorite treat, Swiss rolls. Oh? I want to be a hero of justice someday, just like Daddy. So I've been working really hard. I see. And what have you been working hard on? I've been working hard to keep all the promises Daddy and I made together. Oh, they've made a promises book. A promise notebook? May I take a look inside, Kay? Sure, okay. It appears to be an exchange diary of sorts between father and daughter. Mr. Faraday's writing conveys a sense of the kind of man he was. This little notebook just might come in handy later. My book now. Thank you for showing it to me, Kay. I hope you'll continue to work hard and become a hero just like your father. I'm gonna try. Hey, Kay. So I'm a detective that catches the bad people, right? That makes me a hero too. Yeah, you're really cool too, Gummy. Yeah, aren't I, Kay? What is with the two of them? I hand down verdicts of they all want to be heroes in this little girl's eyes. So that makes me a hero too. Yes, and thanks to your oh so heroic testimony, you almost painted that detective as a vile criminal and sent him off to jail. I'm really sorry about that. Gummy is not a bad man, okay? That poor judge. He's being treated like a vile criminal rather than a hero of justice. It appears that you and Detective Gumshoe are good friends, Kay. Yeah, we're friends. In that case, would you mind telling me a little more about him? Gumshoe time. So I take it that you ran into Detective Gumshoe earlier? Yup. I was on my way to see Daddy when I saw Gummy standing there. He was standing in the hallway staring really hard at the vending machine, so I said hi. And when was this? Huh? Oh, before everything got crazy. How long were the two of you together? We only talked for a little while. And then we went on our own ways. That's right, pal. Kay and I only talked for a little while and that's it. Oh? Which means we have now confirmed that Kay was in the hallway during the recess, isn't that right? You got me. I was wrapping up Free Ride. It's kind of fun, but it's a little hard to play on a trackpad. Ah, okay. I will not have that problem because I don't have a trackpad. I play games computer, PC, not laptop, but I can understand your pain. I told you to stop picking on Gummy, mister. Very well then. I just have to speak with the good detective in private later. Were you the one who bought this pack of Swiss rolls, Kay? Well, I didn't really have a lot of money, and I somehow made $1 out of all the pennies and quarters I had. But that still wasn't enough, and I really wanted one. Come to think of it, she did come and ask me to exchange a handful of change for $1. And that's when you came and asked me to change your money, correct? Yeah, thanks a bunch for doing that, mister. Sure. But let me ask you, even with that $1, you still didn't have enough, correct? Well, that's why... Hey, if you bully Kay anymore, I'm gonna have to arrest you, pal. I love that these two are so protective of each other. Edgy is how Kay got the $1. Yeah, I made that connection. I just didn't say it. I should probably say what I think more when I play these games, huh? Need I remind you that you're the one already under arrest? Yo! I sense that Kay is going to be less than forthcoming with this question. Sorry about your roughly thing. Yes, well, now that it's positively drenched in your nasal mucus. Oh, why did you have to say it like that? Don't worry, Kay. I have a spare. So here, you can have this one. Oh, he gave it to her! But Daddy said, never take things from a stranger. It's one of the promises you made in your promise notebook, correct? Yeah. Look, see, it's right here on this page. Promise 1, never take things from a stranger. Promise 2, never go anywhere with a stranger. That's a pretty good set of promises. Alright then, I'm not giving this to you. I'm merely allowing you to borrow it. You can take it home, wash it nice and clean, and then give it back to me next time we meet. Where is home? Girl, her dad is dead. How can she get home? Okay, Daddy never said I couldn't borrow things from strangers. Now then, Detective Gumshoe. Uh-oh. I believe it is now crystal clear that you were with little Kay in that hallway. Grr! I told you to stop being mean to Gummy! Miles Edgeworth, there's just something you have yet to resolve. I beg your pardon? Still haven't offered an explanation for why that man would lie to us. That's... Well... Gummy, don't tell me you lied for my sake. Hey, don't worry about it, Kay. Everything's gonna be okay. So that's why. So what was Detective Gumshoe's motive for lying? If you can't explain it, then you can't call this a perfect investigation. His reason for lying is very simple. What? Here is what I believe to be his reason. From simple observation of the detective's actions and his interactions with Kay, it's obvious the detective was lying for the young girl's sake. And this piece of evidence will show you exactly why. Which piece of evidence proves that Detective Gumshoe was lying on account of Kay? Maybe the book?
Take that!
Because Gummy was a stranger? Faraday in Kay's promise notebook? How does this explain anything? If you could take a look at this page, it's clearly written that Kay should never take things from a stranger. When Detective Gumshoe heard about that promise, he tried to cover for Kay. What a foolishly foolish fool's fool of a foolish reason for a fool! Oh my goodness. I think that's the most fools yet. Ugh. Gummy, you lied because of me, didn't you? Because I'm your friend, Kay, that's why. Gummy! At long last, Detective Gumshoe, can you please tell me the whole truth now? Guess there's no beating you, huh, pal? Okay, I'll spill the goods. I'd been standing guard for a while. I was getting really hungry, and that snack vending machine was taunting me. But all the cash on you had... Ugh. But all the cash you had on you was $5, and that wasn't enough to buy anything, right? After all, the cheapest item in that machine is a $6 pack of Swiss rolls. Yeah, but then like an angel from heaven, Kay showed up. I was thinking about sharing a snack with Daddy, so I wanted to buy a Swiss roll, but I only had about $1 in coins. So we pulled my $5 and her $1 together, and bought a pack of Swiss rolls together. But I was worried about breaking one of my promises, so then Gummy said, Mr. Faraday's one scary guy when he gets mad. But don't worry, you won't get in trouble if I don't tell, right? Besides, you bought it with me, so you didn't really get it from me, you know? He told me it'd be okay, and he gave me a whole roll to save and give to Daddy. Who knew that Scruffy could be so considerate? And actually, I think Scruffy is incredibly considerate all the time. That's kind of his big flaw, how nice he is. Indeed. Detective, I take it that you then sat down on the bench and ate the rolls together? Yeah, we split the other roll and ate it right then. The sweet taste of that cake's chocolate. I'll never forget it as long as I live, pal. Anyway, Kay, I believe this also belongs to you. Oh, it's from the balloon I popped. It's bad manners to leave garbage lying around, Kay. I'm sorry. Well, I guess I can't blame you for not throwing this one piece away. It was sitting high up on a windowsill where you couldn't see it. So just this once, I forgive you. But that balloon... I wanted to surprise Gummy a little, so I popped it on purpose. And because of me, Gummy dropped his half of the Swiss roll. Wow, you really got me there, pal. Oh, Kay smile. That was so cute. So I thought maybe I should give Gummy this other roll. And then I saw you picking on Gummy, mister. So you kicked me, is that it? You sure are a feisty one. Well, she's not the only little girl that's been attacking Edgeworth today, huh? I'm really sorry, mister. It's all right. I'm perfectly unharmed. But about this Swiss roll, would it be all right with you if I held on to it until Detective Gumshoe is cleared of all charges and free to go? Yeah, sure. Just make sure you give it to Gummy afterwards, okay? Of course. I promise. Now then, I believe we have proven beyond the shadow of a doubt that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway for the entire duration of his duty, which undeniably proves that Detective Gumshoe could not have committed the double murders.
Objection!
Who was that? Oh! Actually, it proves just the opposite, Edgeworth. You've just shown that Detective Gumshoe is the only one who could have committed the crime. What do you mean? It's quite rude to eavesdrop, Miss Yu. My phone didn't see the rest of the title till clicking and only read beating our little sister. No, Lux! No, if anything, our little sister is beating us. Physically. She's the one with the riding crop after all. I'm getting lectured on manners by a girl with a penchant for whipping people. What? How dare you talk back with such insolence? You're wrong, lady. Gummy's not the bad guy. Oh, and what have we here? What is a child doing here in a courthouse? Bailiff, please take this child away. Miss Callisto, that girl is Mr. Faraday's... I know. So what? You think that just because she's the victim's daughter, she gets to just run wild all around the crime scene? I think it's actually quite dangerous for her, to speak nothing of getting underfoot. I suppose you're right. However, as long as we're in agreement on that point, let's get back to the real issue at hand. Now then, Detective, you were in front of the door to lobby number 2 the entire time, correct? Yeah, but... You see? Isn't it obvious that it could only be the detective? He is the only person who could have gone into lobby number 2 at the time of the murders. I'm thinking, if bad alone is not the only killer, I'm thinking you could also be the killer here. I hope you're doing well. Thank you, Lux. I'm doing very well. How have you been? I have no counter argument to that. Don't worry, I've already put in the necessary paperwork for his formal arrest. But the investigation is far from over. Oh, that's right. I was going to speak with you about that. Don't you think it's reckless to talk to the suspect out in the open without a guard? I suppose it is. Well, as someone with more experience in law than you, allow me to share something. Always keep a good eye on a criminal, or you may regret what comes of your negligence. Oh, Miles, I can't believe you're letting this woman lecture you like this. This is unforgivable as a disciple of Von Karma. Down, Tigress. Now then, I'll be looking forward to the results of your investigation. So, we're back to square one. Actually, this is our last chance. I can tell that if we fail to solve this case, Detective Gumshoe will be formally charged under all of the circumstantial evidence. This investigation is not over yet. There's still one location we have yet to inspect. It's where Detective Bad and Ms. Yu were at the time of the crime. Lobby number 1. There's the to be continued. And now I can read Hope's message and tarot card and read a tarot card for him. I know your pronouns now. Yippee! No. No. Get me out. Get me out. Get me out. Get me out. Oh, it's G for options. Why isn't it escape? That feels bad. All right. A tarot card for hopes and dreams. I'm honestly kind of worried about my new job. It's a faith-based business, and I'm frankly strongly atheist, which I've been received a lot of flack for. Knowing how it goes here, it will only be a matter of time before they find out because of nosy people. I really need this job. Money hasn't exactly been flowing recently, so I guess I want to know if I will find success in this new job. That is first of all, tough situation. It's really tough situation because, like, on just a basic, super basic ethical standpoint, it shouldn't be a problem that you aren't religious. Like, someone shouldn't... I don't know what country you live in, and I don't know what the rules and laws are like there, but it is... Whether it's against the law or not to fire someone because of their, Actually, I was shuffling and then a card fell out, so this might just be your card. I'll read this for you. Like, even if it's America, yeah, I feel... I can't say much about American, like, laws and stuff like that. I don't know enough. But it is definitely unethical for you to get fired on the base of your faith, or lack thereof. Southern America extremely religious. Oh, yeah. I've definitely heard that they're very Christian, especially. I'm guessing it's Christian, but religious. I guess it doesn't really matter the religion, but still. Well, let me tell you this, Hopes. Your card is the 8 of Pentacles. The key word on the card is opportunities. And the other keywords in the booklet are movement, achievement, success, and passion for business. The 8 of Pentacles is a card of accomplishment. It can symbolize anything from a landmark achievement in your work or studies, such as a promotion, degree, or gaining a new qualification, to a personal triumph such as losing weight or running a marathon. Positive outcomes to exams and interviews can be expected, and there could be an opportunity to further your skills while boosting your bank balance too. Known as a card of craftsmanship, it's also a great omen for those thinking of pursuing a different career path or turning a hobby, for example, baking or jewelry making, into a business. Well, from what it sounds like here, I don't know about you, but it sounds like you'll be fine. Well, you know what? It doesn't say... Your question was specifically if you'll find success in this new job, and from what I'm reading from this card is that it's a yes. Basically. It sounds like a yes. I think, as for my personal advice, if someone does come to you and is negative to you about your own beliefs or lack thereof, just say, that doesn't affect how you work at this job, and it doesn't affect how you see other people. Even if it does affect how you see other people, say it doesn't. But no, that sounds like possibly one of the best possible cards you could have gotten for a question like this. I think you will. The cards are telling me that you will find success in this job, or stability, happiness, money, and I hope my card is right for your sake, because finding jobs can be incredibly difficult. The job search is a rough one, so I hope that you get to have your troubles can be alleviated for at least a short while. I'm happy that you're happy with that card, though. All right, let's find someone to raid today, shall we? Fingers crossed it pans out well. Agreed. Our fingers are all crossed for you, dude. The market is rough right now. Ugh, the market is rough everywhere. Like, when I was going through, like, my burnout, I was considering for a small while to leave the job that I was at and try and find a new one, and maybe I could find more passion there, but I haven't done that. I didn't want to do it, and I think I've made the right decision by sticking with where I'm at. Because honestly, I don't want to go through applying for jobs again. As always, this was another great stream, and I'm looking forward to the next one I catch. Thank you, Ouija fan, and thank you again for the sub and gift sub. I appreciate it a huge amount. Let's pick who to raid today, shall we? We've got a couple of people. We've got a few people we know, actually, that we can raid out to. So we can decide. So let's see. We can watch some Fortnite. We can watch some... Actually, you know what? I know who we will be raiding. Sorry, gang. Not giving you the option. No options. No options today. I've already picked. We'll be raiding Keiki Amai. She is a VTuber, absolutely beautiful VTuber. Her design is incredibly gorgeous, and she's currently playing what I think is oh my goodness. It's a little bit sexualized of a game, I will say that much, just from what I'm seeing right now. So, under 18s, you may not be able to make her through to the raid. But she is playing a game called Goddess of Victory. And it's like, I think it's like a visual novel, possible like dating sim sort of thing. But I don't think have I rated her before? I'm not sure I've rated her before. So I think it would be nice to send some over and maybe get to know her a little bit. I won't be sticking around for the raid. That's fine. Oh, I will snooze that ad. We do not have to finish this day on an ad. But let's send some love to Keiki Amai. She's just started her stream. So we'll be able to be there for most of it, I say. All right. Let's start that raid. All right, everyone, you know the deal. Everybody, remember to send your love to Keiki Amai. This is the raid message for those who are followers of the channel, and then this is the raid message for those who are subscribers to the channel. Now the bot actually has the permissions to use the sub emotes, thanks to Ouija's gift sub. I think it was Ouija's gift sub, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, have a good night, everyone. If you want, later this week, we will be playing BioShock 2. I'm excited to start that game. It's been a while since we played BioShock 1, so I'm so ready to go again. This is the Discord if you wish to join the community, the strawberry patch, as it were. You can vote in community days and chat with other people in the community. And if you want to find me on other social medias, you can find me on my YouTubes, my Twitter, Blue Sky, TikTok, and Instagram to watch clips of my things, watch old VODs, and watch other, posts and things, catch up with me, learn updates about what's going on in my life, both streaming and personal. But yeah, I hope everyone has a really good night. I will see you all later this week or next week or whenever I see you. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for the hype train. Lots of love.